Hi everyone, I'm Jen. I'm the founder of Affinity Academy, which we've literally just changed the name. My t-shirt has not caught up yet. Formerly Affinity Gymnastics, now Affinity Academy. And today on Tea with Jen, I've got peppermint today, by the way. Cheers. And I'm going to be talking about something that has come up in our gyms recently in our return to activities, and that is to do with aches and pains in returning to training. So despite everyone's best efforts, I'm pretty safe to say that our activity levels dropped through the various lockdowns that we've had. I think it's even safer to say that you probably don't have a set of uneven bars in your kitchen, full-size tumble track in the garden. No? So that means that we've not been training the extent of the sporting skills that we are now doing when we're back in the gym. And actually, when you don't exercise for even as little as 2 weeks, you start to lose flexibility, strength, and agility. And that is a quick and easy recipe for pain when you start activities again. Now, that comes in physical pain and mental pain. Now, there's all sorts of stuff around there, but today we're going to focus on the physical. We're going to look at our bodies. Now, kids are actually entirely new to this. If you think about it, kids are used to their growth, their learning, their physical development, just kind of going up like this in one kind of upwards forwards motion. They're not used to, like we as adults are, we're used to maybe at times we might have injuries, times that we may have naturally varied our activities and we know we've got to build stuff back, or that things just change, our bodies change. We're used to that as adults. Kids, this is a new concept to them. So as we're finding that children are returning into activities, they're now feeling muscle pain and injuries, and this is a really new territory. Now, some pain is entirely okay. That's how our muscles get stronger. Some pain is injuries and problems. But how do you know the difference between the two? Now, here's the science bit. During exercise, muscle fibers, they actually pull together and they create little micro tears. They actually get a little bit damaged when we exercise. And what happens is those repairs then repair the fibers denser and stronger, and that's how you build strength. Completely normal. Now, that can actually hurt. It's that kind of achy, dull pain, or maybe like a stiffness you might feel around muscles and joints for up to around 3 days after exercising. And that's kind of normal. And after a period of an activity, our muscle fibers will have weakened. So therefore, in returning to activity, we all have to build our strength back up, the bit that kids aren't really used to right now. Now, however, it is really important that we do not push our muscles further when they're in this state. A little bit of micro tears that repair, this is how it works. If you then push that muscle when it's in that state too far, you'll end up with actual tears, and you can end up to damage to the connective tissue, as that tends to bear the strain then when the muscle is in trouble. This is definitely what we don't want. This kind of pain is normally more intense. It can include like a sharp feeling, and it can be restrictive when you move the joint or the muscle area. It can actually feel like you can't move it in a certain way if you've damaged it that far. Definitely something we want to avoid. Now, it's only really a medical professional that can tell the difference between what is a little bit of normal muscle soreness in building strength, and what is an actual injury. So if you're ever in any doubt, go and find the relevant medical professional to check it out. Definitely really, really important. But there is something that we can start doing with our athletes, you guys at home as parents and us in the gym. And that is we can start to build awareness of what is normal for our bodies. Our bodies are actually incredibly good at communicating with us if we actually just take the time to listen and tune into it. So we've started in our classes at the end of them to introduce a quick body check. And what we do is we get the athletes to just scan through their body and have a little think about how is each area feeling. Is anything saying, ouch? Is anything overly painful? Is there anything that you're aware of? And does that relate to the exercise that we've done, or is it that there's something painful? So do we need to go and get something checked out, or do we maybe just need a bit of a hot bath after training and to ease off for a day or two? Now, plus, as you may have also expected, we're already managing the activities that the athletes do in the gym. So we're already adapted our activities so that we're managing the exercise intensity. We're going right back to the beginning with strength and conditioning where it's needed, and taking extra time and skill progress, really building it slowly and progressively. Now, an extra note about growing pains. Bones, science bit, bones grow faster than the connective tissue around them. So that's why children often now end up with pain around their joints when they go through a growth spurt. It's because literally all the connective tissue is now super tight around the bone that's got longer. It takes a little while for that connective tissue to catch up, basically, to grow as well. So if your child is also growing at the same time they're going through this return to activity, really sorry to say it, they're at further increased risk of injury and muscle pain. That's the sucky part, but the best thing you can do in this scenario is that time will heal this one, the connective tissue will catch up, and the best thing you can do is just really ease off in this time. It's always something we've known with particularly pubescent gymnasts. As they grow very fast, we tend to have to ease off real hard strength training. You can add in additional stretching at home, would be really great. And same thing with warm-ups and cool-downs, just take extra long time, making sure the connective tissue that is there is nice and warm and stretchy as best as it can whilst it grows and it catches up with the bones. So remember, we have our bodies for the whole of our lifetime. There is no major rush in getting back to like mega fitness straight away. It's all a long game. Moving is for life too. You've only got one body, so let's look after it. I will see you next time.